In this session, we'll talk about the 3 C's of credit. Like most professions, people involved in credit have their standard mantras or catchphrases. In lending, it's the 3 C's: character, capacity, and capital. Whether you're actually lending money or just selling on credit, you need to consider some version of the 3 C's. Character is how the borrower has treated others in the past. It's an indication of how they will treat you in the future. This shows up in references that you get from the customer, but it also shows up in public record search when you find judgments or lawsuits or liens. Capacity is cash flow. How much can the debtor or customer afford to pay and when? Is their income seasonal? Do they have other obligations that are coming due before your obligation will be due? This is learned from financial statements, investigations, and discussions with the customer. Capital is assets, collateral. What are the assets of the borrower? In order to determine that, you first have to determine who the borrower is. What's the correct name of the company that you're going to extend credit to? And are the assets owned by that company or that debtor? If they're not, do you need to consider a guarantee from the owner of those assets so those assets are available to you if you have to collect from them? And finally, are there liens against the property, against the assets, which would reduce the value available to you in the event you have to look to the collateral? So any lender thinking about extending credit needs to consider the 3 C's in some form or other when deciding whether to lend. That's character, capacity, and capital.
In summary, the 3 C's of credit are: 1. The character of the borrower or customer. How has the borrower treated others in the past? Searching references and public records will help research this. 2. The capacity of the customer to shoulder additional debt. How much can they afford to pay and when? This can be learned by financial statements and investigation. And 3. The amount of capital the customer needs to maintain a favorable asset-to-liability ratio. What are their assets and who owns them? To assess the 3 C's, you can conduct an online search using a search engine like Google to learn more about the company and its owners. Check the white and yellow pages to be sure that the information listed matches the credit application. Call bank references to see if the client is in good standing, if there has been any overdraft activity, and any other information that may help you learn more about the borrower. We hope you have enjoyed this episode of the 5-Minute Legal Master Series, where expert, board-certified attorneys help you master today's important legal topics.